A new project has been launched to build a constitution for Israel. So it's a pleasure to welcome Yedidia Stern, president of the Jewish People Policy Institute and former dean at the law school at Bar-Ilan University, joining us from Jerusalem. Thank you so much for your time. Many watching, particularly from abroad, might be surprised to hear Israel doesn't have a constitution. It certainly does have a robust democracy. Talk us through this new project. Tell us more.
The idea that democracy without a constitution can function is a new idea. It's only New Zealand and Israel. The rest of the democratic countries do have constitutions. But because we do not have a constitution, a simple majority in the Knesset can make a decision on every issue, changing the rules of the game in the middle of the game. That's exactly what happened 3 years ago when the current justice minister decided to go for a judicial reform, which supposedly was about to change Israeli democracy upside down. Now, many Israelis felt then and now that this is unbearable, that we can have a democracy without basic rules for the game. Think about the following. About half of the Israelis voted for this coalition. Now it's 3 years down the road, and still much of the reform didn't happen. They feel disappointed. The other half of the Israelis feel, well, this is very dangerous. We might be losing our democracy. So everybody's upset. So what we are trying to do is to change the situation and to come up with some kind of consensus about the rules of the game. It is important to understand, we call it a thin constitution as opposed to a full constitution, because full constitution includes, first of all, some kind of ID for the nation, who we are, what do we believe in, and secondly, Bill of Rights. We think that Israelis cannot agree now on the question who we are and on basic Bill of Rights. We cannot agree. However, we feel that we can agree about what we say, what may call procedural way to conduct our life, meaning 3 branches of government, how to share the power between the 3 of them, who can balance who, etc., etc. And this is a project of thin constitution.
And give us a sense of the kind of reaction you've had involving the left, involving the right, so many divisive issues in the country, and realistically, how long a process like this might in fact take.
Okay, we are sitting already for 2 years, a group of 13 senior legal scholars, I would say, including people who served on the Israeli Supreme Court, somebody who served as Attorney General, somebody who was in the Knesset in a very senior position, 4 deans of law schools. Every week for 3 hours, we discuss this, all details. Now it's 2 years down the road, and a year from now, after the election, we would like to go to the next leader of the State of Israel and tell him, take this is a gift, adapt it, ask everybody who wants to join your coalition to agree to the thin constitution, and if they will agree, we'll have a new Israel, much more stabilized. Now, obviously, this is not an easy task
to
convince
no doubt about that.
Yes, but if you are rational and you think, I don't know if I will win the next election. And even if I will in the next election, maybe I lose the election afterwards. So maybe it's good for me, disregarding the question whether I'm right or left, liberal or conservative, it's good for me, it's my interest that the rules of the game will be balanced, will be fair, will be efficient. Take, for example, what's going on right now with the issue of the ultra-Orthodox. You just talked about them.
Right.
So Lapid and Lieberman, 2 Israeli leaders, said maybe we should take away the vote of right in the election from those who do not go to the army. So if you are a Haredi who are listening to what I'm saying right now, you want to have a thin constitution. If you're an Israeli Arab, you should ask for a thin constitution to secure your position.
Right.
You have to realize each one of us is a minority and under some kind of threat. Thin constitution may give us all some safety net and stabilize Israel for the future.
Well, you've certainly given us something to think about. Yedidia Stern, thank you so much, live from Jerusalem. Be well.
Most welcome. Thank you. Good evening.